Hmm. Hey, everybody. Okay, let me see. Bump this out a little bit. All right. Hey, everybody. It is tonight. It is Wednesday, January 20th, 2016. And what this video is, sorry for the mic again. Let me see if I can do something about this. What we are doing tonight is pretty much just a Wednesday. These kind of unscheduled nights, I call them the happy hour night. Call it happy hour because it's kind of not the weekend review. It's kind of just something that's kind of a little more spontaneous, a little more fun, hopefully. And it's just pretty much turning on the camera to what I do at night. Just while I'm here doing my thing. Like to turn on the camera and see what's happening, and thought I'd turn it on and see if anybody else is around. And sometimes we get some friends who join us and like to talk stocks, and it gets pretty fun. Sometimes we don't. So we'll see what we get tonight. But I'm going to kind of do the same routine. But what I will do, this video will be recorded and it will be saved for future use, of course. And what I was going to talk about tonight was a little bit about options. I kind of talked about options in a previous post there at InvestFeed. And right now the invites have only been sent out to my InvestFeed premium members for this video for participation in that. So we'll see how many show up. So anyways, but we're going to talk about a little bit about options tonight. So I'm going to talk about it. I got into options last February, top of the month. And I've been trading stocks forever, never got into options. And I decided to kind of get my feet wet with it a little bit. And I didn't want to jump in with anything that was really tricky. I'm not doing any advanced strategies or anything like that. Basically, with my setups and my system, not sounding cocky, but if I knew a stock was going to go up or down, I wanted to play it. So instead of playing the stock outright, purchasing it, I was going to purchase. If I'm bullish, I'd purchase a call. And if I was bearish, I'd purchase a put. And see how we did, kind of compare how those did. And so right off the bat, the first time I did is I traded, oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Traded NXPI. NXPI is a pharmaceutical. It was a bullish setup. It was going to break out, and I bought something out of the money calls, and the thing took off. It was 3 days later. I was up 800%. And so my $200 turned into, whatever, 1,800, 1,900. I don't remember what it was right off the bat. And that Monday morning, I sold it right away. It gapped up. There was an FDA approval or some crazy thing. That was my first option play. And I thought, what the heck is going on? This is easy, right? Well, I knew better, really. I mean, not being cocky about it, but I thought that's just absolute luck. How can that be? Because that was quite a profit. And I wouldn't have got that kind of profit just trading stocks. And so I continued, and I've continued since then. And I've won some and lost some, certainly. It used to be on my board here. Let me see if I can turn the camera and you can kind of see. I got these paintings here behind me, and it's kind of hard to see. But you can see a bunch of colors here all over. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, what those are little sticky notes. I'll show you one here. This is one here. You can't really see it. Okay, here you can see it. So this is one of my sticky notes. This is how I track a lot of my trades. I put them on my glass table here, or I have just a small whiteboard I use. And so when I make an option trade or a trade or anything, I put on these white sticky notes and I move them around. So if I have one I'm watching, I might move it over here, and I put them on a whiteboard. And in fact, I'll show you. This is just a unique night tonight. So stand by here. So this is probably backwards, but it is backwards for some reason. But anyways, I kind of have this in front of me here. And I kind of have stocks I'm watching, and I have a lot of the setups that I'm playing. And so I just kind of put my order on here. And I'll also do this if I'm in a sorry, it's been a long day. If I'm going to look into a stock at night and want to enter tomorrow, I pre-plan. So in the morning when I wake up, I know if I'm going to enter it. If it looks good, I have my order already ready. So there's no second guessing. Okay. I do the homework beforehand. And in the morning when the market's open, I'll wait my 15, 20 minutes perhaps, or maybe even longer. And then I enter and I'll already budget and already determine how much money I'm going to risk and how much money I'm going to, of course, put out based on that. And if the thing goes in the right direction, there's no question. I'm going to buy 100 shares of this. Okay. And I know it. Okay. So that's what I do. So I like to pre-plan a lot. But anyways, I create these stickers. And so when this is DDC. So on this one, you can see I bought some May puts, $10 puts, and I bought it for $1.40. Okay. And so I have it here and I'll keep an eye on it and that thing. And so basically when you close it out, it goes on my board right over there. You can see this one over here. Those are my 2015 plays. And there's a lot of them there. I know. I can't believe how many I've played. That's the other thing that's really kind of opened my eyes to all this is how much money I've spent on commissions, how many trades I've made. The good news is the returns are absolutely insane. And I don't say that to boast, but that's why I'm sharing this because I've been learning through this. And so that's kind of why I want to talk about this tonight. But anyways, so on the far side, those are my losing trades. On this side closest are my winning trades. So you can see there are definitely more winners than losers. And there are a lot of lessons to be learned there. So you say, wow, you've done a little bit better. It looks like about, I think it's about 2/3 are winners and 1/3 losers, approximately, very approximate. And I need to really narrow that down, those losers. That was too much. And so anyways, that's kind of what kind of setups I have. And if you have these little stickers, they're really good. They're made by 3M or somebody like that. Okay. And we use these at work and I've gone out and I've bought a whole bunch of them and I use them a lot. So that's what they are. So, okay, back to this. Stand by here. Okay, I see Ryder now. Sorry, Ryder, I got a bunch of stuff in the way here. Let me jump over and see if the text is working. If you're joining us on Google Hangouts, there's a text group chat kind of thing. Half the time it works. Other times it doesn't. So let me try to find the invite here. Let me find the invite. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. I will post the invite in the chat. So Ryder, I think you might be able to see it. And I'll post it in the message that you just sent me right now. If anybody else is wanting to join in with this tonight, go ahead and come to the text box for the chat, group chat, or get my attention somehow, I guess. I don't know. All right, so we're going to have Ryder join us. I have not heard from Ryder in a few months, it seems like, since must be August. Ryder, he's a pal. We go back quite a ways. He got into options about the same time I did. I think it was about, like I said, for me, it was top of the year and he was pretty close. He's a good guy, so I'm glad to hear he's still alive and around, and don't know how much he's trading right now though, but that's okay. You can always get in. You can always play. So anyways, I'll keep the chat open. So what I was saying, we'll wait for him to join us. What I was saying though is the options are something else. So I've been trading them for a while here, and most recently have been back. I pretty much have the date in my head. June 19th is pretty much when I went bearish on the market. We just failed to make a new higher high, and that was a down day that day or the next day, and it's really been downhill since then. And I'm not coming out saying I called the top. I don't give a crap about any of that. That stuff drives me crazy. You go on stock twits, everybody's more worried about what they call tops and bottoms. None of them make any money, and they think that somebody's going to go back and look and go, wait a minute, 7 weeks ago you called the top here, and we need to praise you or something. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. The bottom line is if you make money or not. And if you want to make money, you're going to be wrong a lot of the time. Okay. No one cares about if you're calling tops or bottoms. Just freaking play the freaking trend, and whatever your time frame is, play it and work it. And that's that. So, all right. So what I want to talk about tonight was a little bit about the options. Okay. And so since then, over at InvestFeed at the premium feed there, we've been doing exceptionally well over there, which blows me away. It's basically over at InvestFeed, you can see if you go over there and join, it's free to join. And basically it's a site where you can follow a lot of different traders. There's a lot of excellent traders there, many professionals there, and you can follow them and follow their trades. And they will go online and post, hey, I'm gonna buy this, sell this, whatever it may be. And InvestFeed is, of course, third party. And so when you buy and you sell things, and when you post it, it's there, it's record. None of us can change it. You know, a lot of us prior, you might play on paper. We might post our spreadsheets and that kind of stuff, but this is third party, and it's a little bit different. And you can't change it, and can't manipulate your numbers or anything like that. Well, I've been bearish, and so I've been really fortunate to have been bearish and have read things right so far, because my numbers have been really, really well. And yeah, so basically, but those are the same numbers. Those are the same setups I play on the options. I've been buying a lot of puts and been doing really well with them. So that's the bottom line. There's nothing magical about it. It's really is finding the right trend, determining which way the market's going to go, writing out those days that are, green. I'm not saying write out everything, but some days you're gonna have green days and some days you're gonna have red days, but you're gonna pretty much follow the trend, determine where you want to go. And then I buy puts on everything, simple puts. I'm not selling spreads and, all these advanced orders. I don't even know about them. I pretty much, if I think the stock's going down, I'll buy puts. What's important to me is I buy them out. Used to be about 50 days plus at least, and now it's 100. And I'm willing to pay the premium to be out 100 plus days. And I probably actually would appreciate it even a little bit more. But I don't want to get too far out because I usually sell a little bit sooner when I hit my targets. But about 100 days, I'm buying puts, and been doing really well this year. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about that. And so on InvestFeed, some of the premium members have asked about this. They say, well, we're doing really well on the stock picks. And how we doing on the I've been posting some of my option plays, and the results have been insane. And one of them, which is DSX, which is Diana Shipping. I bought some out of the money puts on it, and I'll show you here in a second. And I hit 1,000% on it, and I thought that was the greatest ever. And that certainly was the best ever. Then I hit. Oh, it's far away. I can't see it. But I think when I sold, I hit 2,900%, 2,950, some crazy amount. I bought it at a nickel, and the puts for $4 puts, January $4 puts, and the thing tanked thereafter, and it just continued to tank because the company sucks dog balls. Excuse me. And it continued to tank and tank and tank, and soon my nickel entry turned into 55, 60 cents. There was my 1,000%. And then it went over $1, some crazy amount like that. And okay. Anyway, sorry about that. So, anyways, so it just got crazy. Not all option plays are like that, but it can go the other way just as hard. Now, the other way, of course, you can only go to zero. I mean, that's what you're going to risk. And when I first started with options, a lot of my plays would expire. It's foolish. It's embarrassing to talk about, but I'm learning. I mean, I might be trading stocks for a long time, but options are a new game. It's like going from hardball to softball. And I made a lot of the basic mistakes, and that's fine. And so I never really talked about much of what I've done. I still have my picks, I still have my plays, and I post them, and they do really well. But I'm playing them on steroids because I'm playing options, and a lot of people want those returns. And I've been hesitant to talk about them because I'm a student. I'm always a student. But I've decided to kind of talk about really simple my setups, what I do here with my picks, what I buy, and I pretty much just buy in the money puts, and that's it. 100 plus days, and write them out. So, but we'll get into that right now real quick here. So I'm going to jump in. Enough about me, enough looking at my mug here, and we're going to look at some charts here, and we're going to take a look at a couple things here. All right. All right, here we go. Okay. Also, this past week, I went to Japan. This last weekend from Thursday to Tuesday. Went to Japan. It was insane. That's another story. I'm not going to explain that at all, but it was crazy, crazy time. So I apologize for not doing the Saturday video. I had a hard time finding bandwidth out there. I'm a cheapskate sometimes, and I just had my iPad with me, and I couldn't really do much anyways. But anyway, so here is the S&P. And when I get home and I pull this up, I'm like, what the hell happened? I'm sure a lot of you are saying that too here. Oh my goodness. The good news is, again, we've been playing this, and I hear somebody here now. Whoa, where's Ryder? You there, Ryder? I don't hear you. He doesn't hear me. He's got some short hair and some glasses, though. You got no sound, Ryder. Let me.
Oh, bummer. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's been a few months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah, I missed the last little bit of what you were saying, but I caught. Yeah, I mean, guys, Eric and I did start trading options around the same time. The difference is that Eric has been doing this for many, many years, and I got to get my painful lessons this year.
Wow. Well, Ryder, I think since then I've really been working on it, and I think I've really kind of started to figure it out a little bit. A lot of money lost and a lot of money gained, so that's good for us. And yeah, that's good news. It's been a few months, and I could say that I think we're getting starting to get a grasp on it a little bit.
Oh, Eric's, yeah. I mean, if you look at InvestVeed, I know he's talked about that, and it's been on the YouTube videos if you watch those. But it's an extremely solid track record, and I mean, yeah, it's almost a little ridiculous. But I mean,
isn't it weird?
Check out the numbers and see for yourself.
Isn't it crazy?
It's weird, man, but it is
weird. It's weird. I look at it, I'm like, what the heck? I mean, it doesn't even look real. And then, again, I don't mean that in a boastful way or anything like that. It's like, I'm just a guy, but it's weird though. I mean, you look at that, and there's so many people are still so bearish on the market, and like you were the first one to go, or I mean, bearish. You were the first one who was, when I was bullish, you were starting to turn bearish, and I wasn't sold too closely yet. And I'm like, and I kept an eye on it. And by then, we're into 2015, and where'd you go? All right, we're trading sideways, and sticking to my guns. We finally hit, for me, again, June 19th or so. We failed to make a new high, and I was like, whatever. Yeah, we definitely saw some weakness in the markets, and I turned bearish, and I stuck my toe in the water, started playing some puts on the downside, and you can pretty much look at the chart and see where it went from there. So Ryder, yeah, you disappeared. You probably had some bandwidth issues. That's fine. I'll jump back. I'll hear you when you come on again. I'm gonna jump back to the screen share and kind of go back wherever I was. We're looking at the S&P here. So yeah, so here we are now. Again, I've been gone, and what the heck is going on? So also, we've had a couple other friends, members who've also gained from this year. And one of which is MS Block Builders. I was just getting on here talking about he's made almost $5,000 this week. This year already, just off this action here. So here you go from the top of the year. Look at this, and I don't know what he's playing or she's playing, but they messaged me to let me know, and I imagine they're probably playing along with what we're playing. And if you're on the downside, you're playing some puts, just simple puts, no straddles, no strangles, I don't know. I stick with what works, and I like to keep things really simple. So they're up. I don't know what percentage that is. The dollar amount really doesn't matter because we all play with small accounts, large accounts, whatever it may be. But however far you're up this month, today, believe it or not, today has put me up over 100% for the year, for the month already. That's insane. Things could change tomorrow. I might change some positions tomorrow, exit out some positions. We'll see how the markets do in the morning, but it's just crazy. And so, it really depends on how much money you're playing with. And so with, MS Block Builders, just under $5,000, that may only be 20% of their portfolio. Who knows? Still, it's $4,600. So yeah. So anyways, here's the S&P. What the hell's going on? I have no idea. Again, we did the last video was back in here, right? Last Saturday last. Missed the video this last week. So here we are. We're down here. Today's candle, today's action, right off the bat this morning, I was up like $1,500 right at the open. I'll take that any day. And by the end of the day, I think I'm up only like 400. So, excuse me, we definitely got a bounce out of it. And the candle tells a story there. I mean, look at that. Look at that lower wick. So we'll see what this does. I mean, I'm kind of looking at the chart here. And what do we got for support? I mean, I like to play the bodies of the candles, not the wicks. What am I missing here? Let me jump to the weekly. I don't know. Nothing's really jumping out. Maybe we could do something like this. What do we got here? It's probably a stretch. Actually not. Look at that. What do you think? It's hard to see, but pull the S&P up on the weekly. Going all the way back to 2009, March 2009 to October 2011. And that now connects with today. Wow. Okay. Well, so we might see something going on here. Well, we don't know. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay. Well, anyways, that's the S&P. Yeah, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. It's just unbelievable to me how we've just failed through all that. I didn't think we really would. But it really says a lot. There's a lot of institutional outfits that are not playing right now. I don't know. I really don't believe that the retail side of trading amounts to anything. And so I know there are a million, billion of us out there, but it doesn't equal anywhere near the money that flows. And especially if you're on Stock Twitch, your little comments don't influence jack crap. I tell you, when you're on there telling people to sell, you might convince one person. Anyway, so here's the NASDAQ. All right, enough commentary, right? Okay, so here's the Dow. You look at the weekly Dow. Okay, well, weekly Dow. You see the 200 weekly line here. We held that. All right. Yeah, the Dow's been something else. Now the Nikkei was down, 700 today. It was down at one point. How many? Oh, it was down quite a bit. Anyways, the Nikkei had a hell of a day today. We bounced back. So anyways, okay, so here's what we're looking at. So here's the Dow, so whatever. Okay, so what I want to talk about again was kind of getting back into the options thing and kind of talk a little bit about what I'm doing. And I keep things very, very, very simple. So what I'm doing is I have my picks. I have my system that I have. I'm bearish or bullish, and it's my setup that I have. It's actually a couple different setups. It's nothing groundbreaking, nothing super secretive. It's pretty simple. If you're a technical analyst and you like charts, it's just nothing different from a setup that you have that you like. It's not necessarily a breakout, but I'm playing it on the downside, and so yeah, I just have my setup, and so that's what I share. And the setup seems to do really well. And with that, again, instead of buying the stocks and shorting the stock, I buy puts. I'm not into shorting stocks, but options are so easy and they're cheap and it's working. So I don't know. And so with that, yeah, I mean, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go through just a few here I'm currently trading right now. And I'll show you a few examples here of what I'm currently holding right now, which I may not hold much longer. We'll take a look and see how the markets do tomorrow. And I'll look a little closer here, but these are just kind of give you an idea of some of the explosiveness that these options have. Again, they can go the other way really quick. You know, you can be down 50% in an afternoon if the thing goes the wrong way on you. And so you really need to have tight reins on these options here and really have a strong, I don't put stops on with options. They're just mental. And so far so good. I'm not recommending anything like that. With straight up stocks, I purchase, I have stops, but with options, not so much. I honestly say that. But you know, if it goes the wrong way, you could be down 50% really quick. And so I'm really working to limit those losses. The gains are there, but those losers, I gotta cut the waste and get out of there. So anyways, so I was going to talk about really quickly about a few of these. Okay, so here's CVA. Okay, so this red line, this horizontal line, is the day I got in. Okay, I bought some February 15 puts. So where's 15? So bought a little out of the money, I guess you could say. So at this point, when I bought it, was at 1650. We'll say. I mostly like to buy in the money or at the money. I mean, really close. I mean, I don't buy too far out. If I buy too far out of the money options, it's with pennies. It's just with nothing. And sometimes I get it, but it's just, I take a gain and I just take a small percentage of it and I might take a gamble. It's all it is a gamble. But in this case, I bought the CVA here. I like where this came up. You can see the channel here. And this was in a video. Again, you go back to mid-December here, December 22nd. You'll find that video. You'll find that we came up to this area and I just bought some puts. And in that case, I bought some February. Looks like I bought some January puts here. I kind of create these boxes here just for a visual for me to quickly look because I'm often in about 20 positions, 20 different stocks, contracts. And so I need a visual. I don't spend a lot of time with this either. That's the other thing is I do not sit here all day. You know, I actually have a job. Okay. And even if I didn't, I would not sit here all day watching this crap. I play the dailies. I set this up and I leave. So really I come home and I work on this a bit and I'll find my setups, what I'm going to enter, what my system kicks at me. I'll look if I'm going to make the decision, if I'm going to enter or not, and I move on. And if I'm going to enter, I'll kind of put an order together, how much I'm going to spend, how many contracts I'm going to buy in this area. And in the morning when I get up at 5 Pacific time, I do a little homework and the market's open. I wait and I purchase and I walk away and I come back 100 days later, if not sooner. Okay. And that's all I do. I don't spend any time with this. That's the beauty of it. Forget day trading. Day trading is, I don't know. I don't day trade. Some people make money at day trading, but that's just too much work. I don't need it. Okay. And so this is kind of an example why, I suppose. So technically on the daily chart, this had come up to this channel here. It seemed a little overextended. I felt it was ready to come down. This company sucks dog balls. Okay. Okay. I said it again. Sorry. This company really stinks. Okay. And I feel very confident the thing's going to come back down, follow this channel, respect this channel here. And that's what I did. Nothing special. And I just bought a put. So here we were at 1650, over 16. I bought 15, so a little bit out of the money. And I'm not sure what this is. I can't see my stickers from here, but I think I did well on this. But anyways, look at this box down here. This is my February. This box doesn't extend out completely to the expiration date. It's just my idea, just to give me an idea if I'm hitting my target or not. I drew this thing in here, and what do you know? We dropped right on through. So this one right now, CVA, I'm currently up 300%. On the option. I bought the 15 puts February, 32 cents. And according to Trade King, it closed. It's $1.30 right now. The closing price that they show fluctuates a little bit. You can look for yourself. I don't know, but it's 307%. Okay, and that's just one. And I don't throw a lot of money at these, really. Some people might read this and they say, geez, 300%. Oh my God, throw the bank at it. No, I don't. I mean, sometimes just a couple $100. Okay. It's not a lot of money. I spread myself out because I get losers in there too, but I get others like this who make up for a couple of losers, because what am I going to lose the most? 100%, right? Well, this is now at 300%. So this evens out two of my losers at 0% if I let the contracts expire. Okay. So I'm not playing with a lot of money. As accounts grow, yes, I will start increasing. Instead of buying 2 contracts, I'm going to go to 4, and then I'm going to go to 6, and then I'm going to go to 12, and I'll increase gradually. But I'll have 20 different underlyings here that I'm playing, different contracts, different time frames, and they're really not a lot of money. But the bottom line is the account is growing. Okay, so this is CVA. This is one example. Again, as of today, it's up 307% according to Trade King at the close. So we'll see how we do in the morning. You see we're getting down here to the bottom of the channel. So I might sell this tomorrow. I might wait for a little dip there and might bail on this. I'm not going to buy any calls. I'm not bullish whatsoever. And so I'll just let this fly, and I'll wait this to come back up and before I enter again, and let this thing run for a little bit. But that'll be hopefully a 300% by the time I close this out. I'll take it any day, right? All right. Next, DSX. Okay, so this is sorry for all the lines in here. This is Diana Shipping. Diana Shipping. So this is the one that I got the super 2,900% return, whatever the hell it was. Back here in this day, see this vertical line here, right before earnings, I bought $4 puts. I think it was January's. So this is mid-November, right? Okay. So where are we at? I don't know. $4. Anyways, here's $4. I bought them for a nickel. And I bought, I don't know how many dozen, whatever, 20, 40, I don't remember. And this thing just went. That was a gamble. It was out of the money. It was a gamble. This company stinks too, but it freaking met it. Okay. So I sold some here, was like 1,000% return. I sold some more down in here, and that was the 1,600% return or whatever. Then this thing started to bounce a bit. I bought more here, but I sold the nickels all the way up here, all the way down to here for, I don't remember. It was like a 2,950% return, which is freaking crazy. And now it's back to probably about 300 to 400% return off these here. Sorry, these I end up selling out back here in November, but I've just been kind of loading up as this thing's going. Well, now we'll probably get a little bounce out of it. How much? I don't know. It might come back up to 350, and it's going to probably tank again. Start taking. But again, all I did was buy some puts on it. I bought some, again, in this example here, what I wrote down before the video here was $4 February puts. Where's $4? February. I probably was this day here about some 4 puts, probably more close to in the money. Anyways, it's right now, as of today, I still own some, is up 388%. So, yeah. So KMI, again, it's a shipping outfit, and they stink. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Okay, still doing screencast. Okay. The other one I want to talk about was KMI. Now, KMI tonight, which I got to admit I did not realize, but they have earnings today. And it must have been after the close, because I saw that I got messages that KMI, Kinder Morgan, was trending in stock twits. And I read that they reported a loss, and it's probably, let's see what this shows. It doesn't show it yet. Probably pretty bad. And I think it was up after hours. So what do you know about the markets? They have a horrible report, and everybody buys. If it was a positive report, everybody would sell. I mean, it's just backwards. But I'm in this, and so again, on the options that I buy, I like to buy out at least 100 days. Okay, so this one, for example, you can see my box that I had drawn in here. Sorry about that. Let me do something here. So here's my box. I bought June puts. Now that's way the hell out of here. Okay, my chart's all messed up. Here's June. Okay, so I think it's pretty likely. I'm making this bad. Okay, anyways, I think it's pretty likely I'm gonna fall through. Okay, I'm gonna exceed my target. In this case, I bought June 1750 puts. Here's my line right here. So on this day, I bought more in the money. So this day here, the thing was priced. So let's just say 15. Looks like between 15 and 16, something like that. So I bought more in the money puts. I paid a little bit more for them. So in this case, I paid $350 for the puts. I don't know if I had the same day written down, but I also bought some June 15 puts as well. Okay, so more in the money. I might have bought them both the same day. And I bought those too high anyway. So my example here on the 1750 puts, I'm up 84% right now. So the one that was in the money, and this thing's just gone down. You can see my box here where I have my, I don't think it's my break even. I guess it is my break even. Just kind of a target. Again, it shows my timeline where I want this thing to enter the box, how much time I have. And of course, the depth of the box doesn't matter. I just want it to be through this area here. And right now, we got this crazy candle. We'll see what it does. But I'm in the money. And right now, it's up 84%. I'll take that any day. I don't sit and go for just the 300%ers or more. I really will want to start scaling out quite a bit when I reach my targets. And if the market's really kind of trading sideways and sketchy and all that, I'll scale out starting at 50% profit and then 100%. But right now the market's just dumping, so I'm letting these things ride. So, okay, that's Kinder Morgan. Next one we're playing here is CNX. Okay, so you can see back here in this horizontal line here, I got in CNX. What did I do? I bought some April $5 puts. Okay, so this one was more of an out of the money. Okay, at that point, so on this day, it was $7 and change. I bought 5. And what did I do? I bought them. This is CNX. I bought them for 45 cents. Okay, that's fine. Wait a minute. CNX. Okay, anyways, it's $1.18 now. So much better. But you can see basically the bottom line is the call that this thing's going to drop down. And I'm simply buying puts on it. We're getting the price action we expected. We expected this thing to turn and fall down and hopefully come down to this channel. We got earnings coming up, -4% loss here coming up 8 days. And so this thing could either pop right back up in the channel or it can just drop down even further for even more massive gains. ATI. Okay, same thing. Let me back this out a bit. What did I buy here? ATI. Okay, I bought July 10 puts, $10 puts. Here we go. Okay, so you can see the channel here that we're currently riding in. This is my break even, this top of this box. So I'm in the money now. Again, it's my break even, not where my put is. Or strike price. It's actually my yes, thank you. Break even. Anyway, so we're in there now, and so I expect this to continue downward, and I have all this time all the way till July. And so with this one here, I paid $1.50, $1.53 for these July 10 puts, and right now it's up approximately 70%. And I have all this time to let this thing run. Okay. Now up a bit, come back down, bounce up a bit, come back. I mean, it's really kind of let the thing sit there and let it run and let it run. Again, I rely on I'll look at the technicals and see how they do. I mean, the fundamentals and see how well they rank. And again, when I want stocks to go down, I look for the crappiest companies I can find. If I'm bullish and the market's bullish, then I want the best companies. Okay. I don't fight the trend. So in this case, the market is heading down as far as I'm concerned right now. And so I want crappy companies. I want the companies that are most likely going to fail. They're losing money left and right. They have tons of debt. They have no product, no profits. They just or going out of business. Those are the stocks I want to play on the downside. And so that's what we have here. So this is HEI. Let me reset my chart here. If it'll do it. All right. Anyways. So that's HEI. Another example. And then I'll give you another one. This is OCN. Okay. So OCN, you can see where we got in. Back here in this day, right at the top of the channel here. Got in there on bought some February $6 puts. This thing was priced at $7.45, so it's a little bit out of the money. As you can see, based on that, and I paid 23 cents. So I'm really expecting this thing to come down and meet the bottom of the channel, and it did that now. And so even though with this wick, I mean, look at this candle today. This thing was up, but it closed. I'm up 171% on this one. Okay. Now, if I would have paid attention today and played this intraday and sold this down here, it probably would have been much better, but I didn't. Okay. I probably will unload this here probably tomorrow. Looked at we're at the bottom of the channel. I don't have much time left. This is only a February contract. So it'd be really smart to probably do something with this tomorrow. Look at the buy volume as well, or the volume here today. So yeah, this thing really held this thing up, and look at that wick. So there's a lot of support here. So I'll probably do something with that tomorrow. But that's pretty much what I'm doing with these folks is, again, I'm playing on my picks, and certainly my picks are important in making money here. It's not just the option. I mean, if you buy a good, strong company that outlasts this, or you buy a company like today, gold was up. I had some gold plays, and they were up today. And even though the market stunk, gold was up. It's very, very, very dynamic. So just because the whole market's going down doesn't mean everything you could play down will make you money. But what we're doing is pretty much playing these picks and just buying simple puts on them 100+ days out. Okay. And just letting them ride and taking your profits when you have them, and you can always re-enter. That's pretty much about it. So how has it done so far this year? Well, I'll say that I started at top of February, was it, or top of March? I have it in my spreadsheet. I believe February was the first month, so end of February. Anyways, it's up right now. Portfolio wide is like 990%. Based on that portfolio, when I started options, I haven't hit 1 year yet, which is just crazy. There's been a lot of losses and a lot of gains. And then if you want to look at this year, 2016, I just cleared 100% today off the whole portfolio. So this year, this month so far right now has just been kicking butt. And it's because of this. I mean, again, here's January 1st, right? Where's that? Boom, right here. Okay. Well, anyways, based on the close of the year is where my numbers start. So end of this day closing. And anyways, just killing it. So again, I think you should definitely learn more about options. Try dabbling with them a little bit. And again, a lot of these plays, if you're following me on InvestFeed, don't throw a lot of money at these. Okay. I'm not at all, because I don't want to, as the account grows, I will add more contracts. But I'm just saying is, if you're learning, do not jump right out and, drop 10 grand on a contract. That's crazy. Start out small and start playing these things, and just throw a few $100 at them. Buy a couple contracts. Each contract, is worth 100 shares that you get to control. So start off small. Just play with it. It's almost like paper money. Okay. So you throw down $150 on, RPD. Actually, RPD, I was looking at RPD today. I don't have a lot of confidence. Oh, look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Rapid 7. I don't know anything about this company. It's the first time I looked at the chart, but this kind of popped up today. Definitely finding new lows. We have earnings coming up. 39-cent loss. They just went public not long ago, and they're already losing their butts. Oh my gosh. Anyways, well, let's say you're looking at this, and you're looking at buying options on it, buying some puts, or maybe you're looking at buying some calls. I don't know, but start small. That's all I got to say, and then test your strategy out and see how well it works. I'm actually not screen sharing right now. There's Ryder. Hey, I don't hear you, Ryder. Oh, okay. Yes, he texted. It was already 20 minutes ago. Sorry, I didn't get it till now. Yeah, your mic's not working. So, anyways, I see you now that I went back to my screen. I don't hear you. You should probably take your computer and throw it into a creek or somewhere. Yeah, okay. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So now that it's been nearly a year, I have a little more confidence in talking about options a little bit. Again, I keep it very simple. I'm not going to claim that I know what I'm doing. The numbers seem to show that a little bit, but again, I'm not doing any advanced setups, not doing the spreads, the strangles, the dingles and the dangles, whatever the hell. I'm just simply buying puts if I think it's going down, buying calls if I think it's going up, playing pretty much in the money in at least 100 days. And if the market really swings your way, then you're good. Take your profits and just try it with a small amount of money. Try it with a small amount of money. Try it with a couple $100 is all. Don't dump $5,000 on it. I'm certainly not at that point yet. I'm playing with more positions, more contracts, and overall averaging out. So, yeah. So, anyways, Ryder got a haircut. I could see see him down there. He's I don't know what he's doing for work these days, but doing something real respectable. I'm sure he's typing now. Something real respectable, and not that you weren't respectable with longer hair. I'm trying to grow my hair out, so I'm about done. I'm about done with the world. So I'll be growing my hair out like I was 20 again, hopefully soon. So, all right. Cool. Well, Ryder, do you have anything to add? Do you want to type anything? Buy an island and start a rock band. Yeah, there you go. So I'm a retired musician. I put the old where'd they go? Put the old drumsticks away back when I was like 26 and I decided to go to college. What do they say? The joke is that I pretty much live by is what's a drummer without a girlfriend? Homeless. That was me. And so that was the trigger for me to get my butt to college and get out of this crazy town. But I like that idea about buying the island and starting a rock band, I think. So yeah. All right. Well, I don't have any more to add really about tonight. I guess I just kind of want to talk a little bit about the options a little bit and what ones I'm actually in. Tomorrow, I think Asia's up tonight. You can see the markets bounced today quite a bit, kind of came back. I was up big this morning. Right in the open, I was up like $1,500. And I danced my way to work. And I thought, oh my gosh, this market is just crazy. And then since bounced back, and I think I closed at just 400 up overall. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. That's for sure. But $1,500 up in one morning. Holy smokes. I wish I would have, no, I don't wish I would have played it. That changes my strategy, but we'll see what happens in the next few days. SPY looks, S&P looks pretty low right now. And again, I didn't realize it, but looking at the, right, I'll show you. I don't know if you caught this or not. I didn't until I did this video. S&P here, I jumped at the weekly. I just kind of see, look at the support here. 2009, 11, and now, I don't know. I had no idea about that till tonight. I drew it, and I was like, wait a minute. So, and look at today's candle. So, we're going to see a little bounce. Obviously, how far are we going to bounce? I don't know. And then I kind of see this line up here. I don't know. It's all. I'll play it. I'm at least 100 days out. So on a lot of my plays, obviously a lot of these options will be expiring by within 100 days because I've had them for a while. But yeah, we might get a little bounce out of this. How far up? I have no idea. But it's pretty interesting to see that support going all the way back to, 2009 and 2011 on the weekly. Okay, let me see this here. I think commodities are due for some huge bouncing this year, expecting oil capitulation in the next month. If not sooner, precious metals probably already due for some nice upsized bouncing really soon. It'll be really interesting, very interesting. If we bounce off that support that I just talked about and hold, it won't be without oil. Market can't mount a rally without oil. That's right. And I have some USO puts, and yeah, I didn't cover it. I think those have done well. I've been holding those for a while, and I'll probably unload those. Again, I'm not bullish on oil, but I think I'm just kind of getting the gut feeling we've kind of come to especially looking at the chart we just saw, coming down to that bottom. So I think we might get a bounce, might have a bounce that lasts a week, and then we tank again. I don't know, but I'm probably gonna take a lot of profits tomorrow and take some profits and then wait for the setups to reappear again. But looking at oil, man, geez. Chevron is down, what was it, 76 today, which is just crazy. Just a year ago, it was at 135. Okay, don't go broke taking the setups that work broke. What? You don't go break taking the setups that work broke. Go broke. Yeah, so. All right, Ryder. Well, I'm going to end the video, I think, but hey, keep in touch, man. Let me, I saw we emailed here recently, but good to see you're still alive. You look really healthy. You look good. So keep in touch. And then, are you over at InvestFeed? Kinda. Thumbs up. Okay. I've been really busy at the state. I work for the state emergency management, and we have like 5 disasters going on right now. We have a bunch of disasters, and it's just crazy. And I'm actually looking to get out. Actually I have a target of June about bailing. It's just crazy work, and I'm about done with it. Working for government's the most frustrating thing ever. Coming from the private side, where you think of efficiencies, equal profits, and that type of thing. Not in government. You just sit around, take naps. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I take naps every once in a while. But I just can't do much more of it. But yeah. So, anyways, good to see you, Ryder. So keep in touch, and then let me know where you're at and what's going on. And I haven't heard from Nayor. I emailed him. You remember Nayor here, Ryder. If you remember 6 months ago, he and his buddy started a marketing outfit. Yeah, and he sent me a link to a webpage. I can't find it anymore. They started a marketing outfit, and I actually sent him an email here, top of the year, with an inquiry saying, well, hey, okay, I might have something for you. And I haven't heard from him, so I hope he's okay. I usually hear from him every so often. But yeah, I haven't heard from him this year yet, which has kind of got me wondering. It's been a good, 3 weeks. And I emailed him with possibly business. So I thought that I'd get his attention maybe. So anyways, so. All right. Hey, thanks, Ryder. Thanks for plugging in tonight and all that. Good to see you, and we'll see you soon. And I'm going to end the video now. Come on over to InvestFeed and keep up on this. And that's what's going on. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys soon. So thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye.